Matthew chapter 15, verse 21 through to 28. So Jesus leaves the comfort of a Jewish region, a familiar region. He heads some 50 miles from Galilee to a pagan, ungodly region, Tyre and Sidon, somewhere where a good Jew would not necessarily want to be. And in that place, he is confronted with a woman who is referred to as a Canaanite woman. Now, the Canaanites historically were a group of people who were the enemies of the Jewish people. They were always portrayed in the Old Testament as villains, as unclean, as enemies. Now, as a group of people, the Canaanites, after all that shifting superpowers of Babylon and Persia and the Greeks, this period before the time of Jesus, I'm not sure they really existed as a group of people distinct at their own time. People weren't really referred to, as I understand it, as Canaanites. She's probably just a Greek Gentile woman. Matthew calls her a Canaanite deliberately because he wants us to see that this is someone traditionally seen as an enemy of God's people. This woman was a fringe person, someone easily overlooked, someone easily ignored, someone who, dare I say, had no right to be interacting with Jesus, the Rabbi, the Messiah, in this way. But she gets an audience with Jesus. In fact, when you look at the interaction, it's like Jesus becomes a rabbi to her. He engages in theological debate with her publicly, despite the disciples urging Jesus to send her away. In fact, Jesus went to this place and healed this woman's daughter. And then it says, verse 29, tomorrow's reading, Jesus left. So Jesus went on this 50-plus mile journey entirely and solely to meet this Canaanite woman. And of course, this unnamed Canaanite woman, she had understood something of who Jesus really was. She calls out to him as the Son of David. She uses a messianic Jewish title. She knew who he was, and so she knew what he could do for her. She knew that he could heal her daughter. Now, initially, Jesus says no. He says that he is first to focus as the Son of David, as the Messiah, to focus on the lost sheep of Israel, the Jewish people. In other words, the very same people he'd just left because of all the hassle and conflict that they were causing him, all the problems they were creating, like the Pharisees. But this woman was not having no for an answer. So she presses him further. In fact, some Bible scholars say she almost corrects Jesus. It's like the only time Jesus seems to be losing an argument is here. Well, maybe. I mean, Jesus is certainly loving enough, compassionate enough, and not so egotistical that he would have then done what any other rabbi at the time would have done. He would have closed down the interaction to save face. Instead, he praises her and grants her request and heals her daughter. This is a remarkable encounter. Jesus is crossing the gender barrier, the racial barrier. She knew who Jesus was. She approached him boldly, and on that basis, she held him at his word. In that sense that she knew that the Son of David's purpose and nature was to bring about healing. And what she got was far less than the crumbs under the table. She got her miracle. And this is who our Jesus is. He is just so wonderful, isn't he? And so I wonder what it might look like this day for us to live like him and to love like him. I wonder what it might look like for us to travel through today, allowing ourselves to be interrupted and to invite others into encounter. I pray you'll have a wonderful day.